Hey guys, this is SUNSfan with a spotlight video for all green spells. Juke is a 1 mana common spell that will swap an ally with one of its allied neighbors. This is a handy way to prevent a weak hero from dying, especially early on as 1 mana is next to nothing in cost. Keep in mind that it will only swap them with a neighbor, so you won't be able to swap to the other side of the board like with Rebel Decoy or Phase Boots. Stars Align is a 1 mana uncommon spell that will give your tower plus 3 mana for the round. So since this costs 1, in normal cases it'll give plus 2 in net mana. This is an excellent way to ramp up depending on what cards are in your hand. Going from 6 to 8 mana is probably the biggest jump for green in particular, and of course stacking these can be devastating as well. Bello is a 2 mana common spell that will move a creep to a random other lane. This can be used relatively early on if you're trying to dominate a specific lane, or it can be held on to be used on a large creep later in the game. Defend the Weak is a 2 mana uncommon spell that will modify a unit with a buff. For the rest of the game, that unit's allied neighbors will have plus 2 armor. Keep in mind that you can use this on any unit, not just heroes, although the latter would be more common. This is essentially giving a unit Treant Protective's passive ability. Iron Branch Protection is a 2 mana uncommon spell that will give a unit in any lane plus 3 armor until the end of its next combat phase. Cross lane spells can be quite powerful as long as you plan ahead. Avernus's Blessing is a 3 mana common spell that will modify a unit with plus 2 attack. Red has a very similar spell to this that can be used on heroes. This one can be used on any unit, which seems to be a common theme for green as they do have some powerful creeps. Rue Musk Blessing is a 3 mana common spell that will modify allies in any lane with plus 3 health. This is a very unique spell in that not only can you use this cross lanes, but it permanently modifies every unit in that lane immediately. Plus 3 health is nothing to scoff at either. This is a very powerful spell. Act of Defiance is a 4 mana common spell that will modify allied creeps with plus 2 attack and 1 armor. You can imagine that with green you will have lots of creeps flooding the board. This spell synergizes quite well with not only that, but the melee creeps you get by default as well. This alone will allow those units to trade favorably with the opponent. Caught Unprepared is a 4 mana rare spell that will stun a hero until they equip an item. This is a very interesting spell that can be unbelievably effective or downright useless. A lot of attention must be paid to your opponent's hand and concerns with items, and also their gold influx. If they seem to be having trouble killing anything, then this can really snowball you in that particular lane. Cleansing Rite is a 4 mana uncommon spell that will purge enemy effects from a hero. There are only a couple purges in the game at the moment, the other being Abaddon's Aphotic Shield. Purge can be quite powerful in both removing modified debuffs on your allies and also removing buffs from enemy heroes. More can be learned from this mechanic in our Artifact 101 tutorial. Defensive Bloom is a 4 mana uncommon spell that will summon 2 Roseleaf Walls. These are 0 attack and 8 health creeps that are mostly used for blocking. But with heroes like Lycan, Drow Ranger, and all the buffs that come with green, these units can end up helping in more ways than originally meet the eye. Restoration Effort is a 4 mana uncommon spell that will simply heal your tower for 8. Pretty simple and to the point. Soul of Spring is a 4 mana rare spell that will modify a hero with a buff. When a green card is played, that hero and its allied neighbors will get plus 4 regeneration for the round. This can be incredibly powerful as it not only procs on itself, but stacks as well. The more green cards you play, the more unkillable these units will be. You can find out more about regeneration and other mechanics in our tutorial as well. Steel Strength is a 4 mana uncommon spell that, for the round, will take 4 attack away from a unit and give that 4 attack to another unit. This can come as a surprise in many scenarios, including but not limited to killing unsuspecting heroes. This is an 8 attack turnaround for 4 mana. Corrosive Mist is a 5 mana rare spell that will condemn all equipped items. Ooh, this is an interesting one. It's a mirrored effect, so you will destroy your items at lane as well. But when you're playing against gold decks that buy some ridiculous items, this can work out hugely in your favor. Divine Intervention is a 5 mana uncommon spell that will give allies damage immunity for the round. Units cannot be damaged but can be condemned. This is a very powerful effect that does not have many counters. Intimidation is a 5 mana common spell that will allow you to move a unit to a random other lane. This is a super cool spell with multiple uses. In some ways it works like Beastmaster's Primal Roar, but it doesn't require any special positioning, and only moves 1 unit, which can include an ally if you want. Using this on a big hero or a unit in the late game can literally win you the game. And if you're just stuck in a lane, using this can give you a decent chance at getting where you need to go. Cursive Atrophy is a 6 mana rare spell that will modify enemy heroes in that lane with -2 attack. This can be quite powerful when used on multiple heroes. The more heroes you can get with this, the more value it becomes. Modifying a hero to a point where they can't even kill a creep can be pretty satisfying. Divine Purpose is a 7-mana rare spell that will modify a unit with damage immunity. That's right, you can make a hero or a really strong creep completely immune to damage the rest of the game. This is a pretty expensive spell, but the effect is also quite strong in theory. The only thing that can kill them at that point is a condemn of some kind. To see the ratings of every card from professional players, be sure to visit artifaction.gg. If you want to be featured on this channel, you can also submit memorable clips you see on stream to us at artifaction.gg/submit. Thanks for watching and subscribing to Artifact Cinema. Be sure to click that bell icon in order to get notified when we put up a new spotlight or guide.